Ball game?
No. I'm just trying to stay current about our friend, Dr. Madden.
Somebody found him?
No, not yet. When they do, I'm going to find my daughter.
JR, you don't have to go to prison. There's still time to save yourself.
How do you think that I can save JR? He's pleading guilty.
You can convince him to change his plea.
I can't do that.
Oh, but you can watch him get locked up in prison? Do you know what kind of men he's going to be in there with? What could happen to him? The JR that we know and love is not going to come back the same. Can you live with that?
You think that this is easy for me?
Look, come on. I know what he did to you was absolutely horrible. He got drunk and he lashed out again, and an innocent woman was hurt.
But you don't want him to take responsibility for that.
Oh, he just took responsibility for it. Weren't you here? Didn't you hear it? I'm incredibly proud of him. So what good is locking him up in prison going to do? Look, if I could stop this, I would. But I think you may be JR's only hope.
JR has made up his mind.
And you have to help him change his mind, or he is going to spend the next 5 years in prison.
What do you want me to do? JR wants to pay for his crime.
Okay, yes. So let's figure out a way that he can do it. So he can pay for his crime, but it's not going to cost him his life. Because outside, we can help him. We can get him all the support that he needs to stay sober. But if he goes in there, he may not have access to alcohol. But he'll have access to all those drugs that you know that they smuggle in there.
Don't you think that I hate this, Dixie?
Look, the point is, going to prison is going to destroy his life one way or the other. Look, don't you get it? The main reason that he is pleading guilty is to redeem himself to you.
No, I did not convince him to do anything.
I know you didn't. He's trying to prove himself to you. Don't you get that? He's trying to prove himself that worthy.
Dixie, he did this for himself because he hates what he's done. That's it.
Would you believe that if he hadn't pleaded guilty?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. So the guilty plea is for you. And you have to stop him from making it.
You can enjoying your last moments of freedom. In a few hours, you're going to be thrown in a hole like the worthless sack you are. And Babe will be free. Free from you. Free to make her own life with her son. I guess you didn't think that attempted murder would be such a big fat favor for the rest of us, huh?
He's got enough to deal with. If you don't leave him alone, I'm going to break your neck.
Hello, Tad. Came to join in the fun? Greg Madden must be tied to a chair somewhere, huh?
Neither Greg Madden or JR is any of your concern.
What is it going to be like for him to visit his father in prison? What is it going to be like for JR to be a father after being in there? I mean, I wish that I could fix this, babe, but I can't. It's up to you. Oh, come on, what?
You want to blame someone for screwing up JR's life? How about you take a look in the mirror, Dixie?
I know. Don't you think I hate myself for screwing up his life?
No, I have watched JR fall down and pull himself up just to get slapped right back down. How could you do it? How could you run off and let your son think that you were dead?
I know I was wrong.
And then you just leave to have a baby and you give her away, even knowing what she means to Tad and JR and Jamie? How insane is that? My mom was a single mother. She didn't just hand me off to someone else. My mama was so flat, busted, broke, she didn't even have a pot to spit in, but she kept me and she raised me, and I can always count on her.
Yes, everyone agrees that I have done an excellent job of screwing up my children's lives, okay? I would just like to do something right by them.
Yeah, you know, it's about damn time. I have been on JR for ages to forgive you, not for you, but so he would be okay.
And I'm very grateful for that. Thank you very much. But we both know that JR is not going to listen to me.
So what? You come to me, you make me responsible. You are supposed to be able to trust your husband. He is supposed to love and protect you, but mine? My husband wanted me dead, and I would be if the timing hadn't been off. Guess you haven't forgiven him. Forgive him for trying to murder me? Are you kidding me? And what about Kendall and her child?
I understand. It's horrible. And I'm not asking you to just forget
And
about it.
I will never forget about it.
But neither will JR. He's going to remember what happened for the rest of his life. All I am asking is for you to give him a chance. To keep him from going to prison. Give him a chance to make up for his mistakes.
Most women would have dumped JR, divorced him, taken his child, and a whole lot more.
You are not most women.
Hey, sweetheart, what's wrong?
He woke up crying for his daddy.
Come here, hey.
My big
Boy. You remember that your daddy told you that he was going to be away for a little while? Remember that? It's going to be kind of like, you know, when Grandpa Adam, he goes on those business trips where he calls you and he sends you those cards. Well, your daddy, he is going to call you as often as he can. Because he loves you more than all the stars in the sky. And he's going to be thinking about you all the time. He is. Yes, yeah. Yes, he is, because you are his biggest, best boy in the whole world. And he wishes that he never had to leave you. But he has to, and he wishes he didn't leave me. He does have to leave you, baby. I'm sorry. But he's going to think about you, okay?
I don't even know where she is.
I'm sure Dixie's on her way.
I'm such an idiot. I was this close to forgiving her, and she's dropped off the radar. She and Babe.
All right, that's it. I'm going to call him and see what's
Now, to hell with them. I don't need anyone. You made it.
I'm sorry I held us up. Are you okay?
I'm better now. And I'm happy that you're here, too.
I'll leave you to a few moments. Any progress on Madden?
It's only a matter of time.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge James Beaker presiding.
Was strained as Adam Chandler Jr.'s family filed into the courtroom. The hearing's just getting underway.
2 counts of attempted murder, 1 count each of aggravated assault, simple assault, recklessly endangering another person, and aggravated assault on an unborn child. Mr. Chandler has decided to plead guilty to each count against him.
He has, Your Honor.
Mr. Chandler, you are aware that by pleading guilty to these charges, these crimes will become part of your permanent record, and serving a sentence will not disfount that record.
My client understands the consequences of his guilty plea.
You entered this plea freely? No one at any time used any coercion or any other tactic to elicit your plea of guilty?
They did not, Your Honor.
And you do not wish to change or deny this plea? You are aware that once I pass sentence, you waive the right to any and all avenues of appeal? Let your client respond. Do you understand me, Mr. Chandler?
I do, Your Honor.
And you want to enter your guilty plea now?
No, JR, no.
I'll check back in as soon as we get word that... Wait, there's something happening. The hearing has been disrupted.
Mrs. Chandler, you will sit and remain silent or I will have you removed
I don't care. Don't do it, JR. Don't plead guilty. You didn't do it.